بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. قال الله تعالى في القرآن المجيد والفرقان الحميد بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. كل نفس ذائقة الموت ثم إلينا ترجعون. صدق الله العظيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. All praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who has once again enabled us with an opportunity to visit the house of Allah, to worship Allah and to thank Allah for all of the continuous blessings which Allah continues to shower upon us. And we send durood and salutations upon our beloved Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Can I just ask everybody to move forward please and fill in the gaps? We are expecting a busy day with the schools being off today as well, so just try and sit as close as possible please. As insan, we are all on a journey. The journey of life is such that a child is born, a baby comes into the world, and it brings so much happiness, and everyone is glad and happy when somebody comes into the world. Each and every one of us, we all came into this dunya, and I'm sure we all made our parents happy when we were born. For some, it was a short time ago. For some, it was a long time ago. But we are all going through the same journey of this dunya. And our deen teaches us to look at everything in a way where we understand that we are here for a purpose and a reason, and to always try and keep our eye on that purpose and reason. Insan can sometimes forget. Insan can do things which might take him away from the journey that he is on, but to always remember to get back on that right track. The way to do that is to consistently and continually remember why we are here. A person doesn't understand why he is doing something. Person goes to his job, his first day at a new job, what happens is somebody will show him around, show her around. This is what is expected of you. This is where you can go and have a snack. This is the tea room. This is the toilet, and this is where you should be doing your work. So he's explained to him in a way that, okay, this is what needs to be done. When a baby is born, a baby will grow up, go through its stages, through the many different years, but only if the parents speak to that child and inform the child of exactly what the responsibilities are of the person, will then the child know what needs to be done. And as a child, children always look up to their parents, and they will see this must be the correct thing to do. My mom is doing it, my dad is doing it, so it must be the right thing to do. So, as parents also have the responsibility to show our children the correct way of living our life. And that correct way of living has been shown to us by Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And that is to remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at every opportunity possible, and to go through the life in a way where we understand that one day I will have to stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah mentions in the Quran, كُلُّ نَفْسٍ ذَائِقَةُ الْمَوْتِ. Every soul shall taste death. The only one guarantee that a person comes with in the dunya is one day that he will leave the dunya. When he comes into the dunya, of course his rizq has been written, her rizq has been written, everything is there. But only one thing which is completely guaranteed, that we will have to leave the dunya one day. Whether it is at a young age, a middle age, or an old age. Whatever has been written, that is what will happen. So to always remember that we are here for a reason, and there is a purpose for me being here. Yes, last week we spoke about those who passed away in Libya and Morocco. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala again to forgive them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant them Jannatul Firdaus. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for all of the remaining family members. Ameen. So those people, again, they had no idea. One day you are here, next day, gone. So that's why I thought today we kind of back it up and have a reminder that tomorrow that can be us. And what have we prepared to go and be in that meeting with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Sometimes we speak about those things which will bring us hope, and we talk about seeking the forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Libya.
Also Dawah for Libya.
Of course, yes, I said Libya and Morocco. Yes. So, of course, we want the best for every single person. And no, we should be speaking about the hope. We speak about the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But we also have to speak about reality. Death is a reality. It's not something that only when you're older that you speak about. But we see throughout our life many people who are close to us, they pass away. And the question is, does it have an effect on us? All these people that passed away last week, did it have an effect on us? Did we think, one day I will have to leave from this dunya as well. I will have to stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I will have to go through the grave. The grave, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned, so many hadith have been mentioned on the topic of death that sometimes when Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam would speak about it, the Sahaba, their eyes, from their eyes, tears would stream. So much so that their beards would get soaked in just thinking about death. And death is one of those things which, of course, we know it can come to any person. But it can either be a blessing or it can be a punishment. So there are both ways. that if a person lives their life in the correct manner, if a person does everything that they are expected to do, not everything, but they are trying their hardest. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to see from us. And as long as we are trying our best, because we are insan, and we will make mistakes, and we will do wrong, and the forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is always there. But to always have that constant reminder, one day I will stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One day I will be there, just me and Allah. That's all it's going to be. All of the rest of the creation, mankind, they will all be behind us. Allah will say, speak to you one on one. That you were in the dunya. I sent you into the dunya. What did you do with all that time that you had? What did you do? And this is where, if we don't ever think about it, then this is why Muhammad mentioned that a time will come where a person's iman, it will not go past his throat. Everything is just lip service. Nothing ever has an effect. When something is said to us, we say nothing. Yes, yeah, whatever. When the time comes, so these are the times that we have to worry about. For example, Muhammad was such that he would give examples for the Sahaba to understand. Something just came to my mind that if one of the things that we don't like is bills. Yeah, nobody likes to pay bills, unless anybody does. Anybody here like to pay bills? No, I don't like to pay them either. So, okay, so bills. If we just leave it to the side, I'm not going to pay it. Forget it. Just leave it there. The letters, they keep coming through in the post. So if I don't look at it, if I don't open the letter, I won't have to pay it. If we had that mindset, one day we're going to get. So first thing is what they're going to do is your gas and electricity is going to be cut off. Your gas will be cut off, electricity will be cut off, and you stop paying your phone bills. Your phone's going to stop working. Any bills that you have, everything's going to stop working. This is the reality of the dunya. So putting off death and not thinking about it is the exact same thing. Now you're just putting it to the side. It's okay. When the time comes, then I'll deal with it. So if a person has that mindset with his bills, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Things are not going to work out very well for him. In the same way, if we don't ever think of death, even though it is a sad thing, we think it is a sad thing. There was Sahaba and Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, they and the pious people before us, they used to wish for death. When is death going to come to me? So I can go and meet my Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so I can get out of this rat race of the dunya, so I can go and enjoy myself. And what was that enjoyment that they were talking about? Where they'll be relaxing in the grave. The window has been opened to Jannah, where the fragrance is coming in and they're enjoying themselves. So these are the things that we want to be aiming for. We want to be looking for this. That how can I gain this? Instead of, how can I gain more and more and more in the dunya? Yes, no harm in having things in the dunya, but always remember the bigger picture. The bigger picture is that we want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be happy with us. We want Jannah. Do we want Jannah? Yes, inshallah, yes. We want Jannah, so we have to do the a'mal that we need to do in order to get the Jannah. Same way, we go back to the bills. Person has to pay his bills, he needs to go to work. He has to do something in order to get the cash, in order to pay for the bills. So the same way, if we want to get a place in Jannah, we have to go forward. And we have to do those a'mal which will please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is how we'll be waiting, and this is how a person can prepare for death. Mr. he mentioned that, of course we all know, in the grave, 3 questions will be asked. We all know the 3 questions. Ahmed, what are the questions? First question. Who is your? Marrabbuk. What does that mean? Who is your Lord? So a person who has practiced Islam, who was always conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is watching over me. Allah can see everything that I am doing. Allah knows what is in my heart. Allah knows my intentions. This person will very easily be able to answer the question, Man Rabbuk? Allah. Yes? Next question. Ma dinuk? What is the religion that you are supposed to follow? If a person was chasing after the dunya his whole life, he will not be able to answer Islam. He will not be able to say that this is the correct answer, this is what you're supposed to be. So again, we have to remember in the grave, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not allow the tongue to answer. The tongue will not be able to answer. The actions that we did with our body, our heart, everything that we did, this is what will give the answer. So if we were going everything towards the dunya, all of the dunya things will come up. So when we asked about Man Rabbuk, who is your Lord? If a person made the dunya his Lord, if he made money his Lord, this is what we will speak up. He says money. The answer money will come out. Madeen, okay, from your religion that you're supposed to follow, we're supposed to follow Islam. If we are not following Islam, we are following a different way of life, then that answer will come out. And we'll be asked about who is this man? We'll be asked that who was the man that you were supposed to follow? And if we did not follow Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam throughout our life, if we took on other people as our role models, especially in today's day and age, we are living in a time of social media frenzy, where you have all of these influencers and you have celebrities and YouTubers, all of these people. We sit and watch for hours on end. What is this person doing today? He's sitting there on the other side of the screen. He's getting all the money because of people watching their videos. And whereas Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam came, he taught us exactly how we need to be, the things that we need to do. So this is the harsh reality of what is in front of us. That we have gone away from our deen. We have become like what the West is wanting us to become. We have to remember that we already have a beautiful deen. Our Islam is there for a reason. That we try our best, our utmost best to make sure that we are preparing ourselves to stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And at the same time, remember, Islam is not a deen where it's oppressing and you can't do anything that I want. You are allowed to enjoy yourself as well, to a limit. Yes, you enjoy your time with your family, and you enjoy your time, you go around and see the beautiful scenery of Scotland. Yes, enjoy it and have fun at the same time. But remember, there is a bigger picture. I have to stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Have you ponder upon these words, that we have to stand in front of our Creator, the one who has given us everything, and He will ask us questions on every little thing that we did. And from amongst that, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned that the first thing a person will be questioned about on the Day of Judgment is salah, his and her salah. If her salah is good, everything else will be good. If her salah is good, everything else will be good. And this is how we get to that perfection. This is how we get to that enjoyment of wishing and wanting death. That when will I be able to meet my Allah? That if we are doing those things which are correct, those people that are scared of death are the ones who know that I'm not doing the correct things. Those who are not scared, it's because we are trying our best. And to always have hope in the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as well. Keep on asking for forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is Ghafoorur Rahim. Allah will always forgive. Allah wants to forgive. We just need to keep on asking and turning to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I don't want everybody to go away from here today thinking, what a sad bayan that was today. Very depressing khutbah. That, I'm going to die one day. Who knows what is going to happen to me. But instead, one day I will get to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And inshallah Allah will be happy when He meets me. And Allah will give me Jannah. And Allah will say that because of those small actions that you did, because you would continuously turn to me for forgiveness, because you remembered me and you prayed your salah, this is enough for me. Because you remembered me here, you can go in Jannah. You know what, I'm not even going to ask you any questions, just go straight in. This is the hope that we should have. Think good of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do not think of Allah as the punisher. Think of Allah as the one who forgives. Think of Allah as the most merciful. Think of Allah as the one who wants to give us everything possible. Whether that is in the dunya or in the akhirah. And remember, if you don't get it in the dunya, no problem. In the akhirah we'll get something even better. So don't put all of, as the saying goes, do not put all of your eggs in the one basket. Don't spread them around, put more in the akhirah basket. Do more, give yourself a chance so that you can be successful in the akhirah. To always think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has something better prepared for me. Allah will do it for me. And when that time comes that the angel of death comes to each and every one of us, we hope that our soul is taken out, like Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, like that the way that it will be like so easy, with ease, not like the ones who want to be punished. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us an easy death. Yes? Ameen? Ameen, yes. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking to myself. I have hundreds of people in front of me, but nobody wants to say anything. Don't be shy. We all want to have an easy death. Yes. May Allah grant us an easy death. Ameen. Inshallah. Inshallah, yes. We have people waking up, alhamdulillah. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us all a place in Jannatul Firdaus. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us from the punishment of the grave. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us death on the kalima. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us all steadfast on the deen. May Allah keep our future generations steadfast on deen. And we are living in very, very, very scary times. Very scary times. If we do not put effort into our children, if we do not put deen into our children, a few generations down the line, things are going to be very difficult. We can see all the signs of Qiyamah. We are all seeing it right now. Everything is happening which is supposed to, but we have to keep on making dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saves us, that Allah makes it easy. The more that we turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the more that we ask for help, inshallah, the easier it will get. Never underestimate the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Never underestimate it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who was there at the beginning when Islam first came around and helped all of the Muslims, that same Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is still here with us today. We have changed. We have changed. We do not have that same hope. We don't have that same trust and belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the way that happens is by constantly remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Remind yourself, Allah loves me. Allah wants the best for me. Allah wants me to do good. When you do that, when you have that, a youngster, what does he do? He wants to try and impress his dad. Every time he'll try to do so, his dad says, well done son, you did well, congratulations. So remember, this is what we need to ask from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as well. Allah becomes proud of us when we do something good. Allah enjoys it. Allah speaks to the angels. And remember, you said that He is going to cause fasad in the dunya, but He's not doing it, He's remembering it. So the more that we turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the more we ask for help from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will make it easy. May Allah give us the tawfiq and the understanding to act upon all of these things. Ameen wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. If everybody can stand up, move forward to fill in the gaps and perform some please.